think that that is your ticket into getting over nerves, getting over anything.
Yeah, definitely. It's enough for him to feel confident. Like, you know what? I went. It wasn't the smallest tournament, and it wasn't the biggest tournament, but Ninjakilla going to Earthrealm Dojo and taking that win, taking that W, showed I'm here to play and I can do this. Because that tournament was not an easy feat at all.
No,
Forever King was in the building, and Ninjakilla still came out the victor.
Forever King, Slayer, so many others down there. Alcatraz in his way, and he looked very strong. And you know, he even said that he had so many nerves, but by the end of it, he started feeling really good here. And he's gonna be coming in here with Jackie Bay Briggs. No Liu Kang today. And this is one of your top Combat League players on the entire planet, by the way. Let's get into his first match here at CEO on the Pro Competition Offline.
Yeah, the consistency from Ninjakilla is one of the most impressive things out there. I mean, this guy reacts to so many things, and one of the most interesting statistics about Ninjakilla's playstyle is that he does not
And that's like 1,000 matches. That's absolutely insane.
It's incredible. It's unheard of. The fact, and it's just, I don't know, is it because he always has momentum, and is it because he's never knocked down in order for him to wake up, or is it just he's patient? He's willing to just sit there and block, and Ninjakilla starting off real strong here. Self-Destruct needs to really look into his bag of tricks and see what he can do to change this up, because the normal Scorpion stuff is not working. That is a very punishable string.
Yeah, he's going up against Self-Destruct here, and that's exactly what happened to this man's first health bar. And Ninjakilla has come out absolutely swinging. Now he's going to smother Scorpion with some pressure. What a pressure here. No, nice little reversal to the throw position. Immediate wake up out of Ninjakilla, but to get out of the corner with a wake up roll. Make a little different. Oh my goodness, we've already seen multiple flawless block punish attempts out of Ninjakilla. To the corner we go. He's looking at universal answer for the wake up. The victor jump kick, not going to do it against the F3 though, and we're back in the corner.
Yes, this is big opportunity here for Ninjakilla. He can close this out. A great neutral jump there kick, but Ninjakilla ready to wake up with some buttons. And this is going to be all she wrote. Are we going to see a fatal or just anything simple? Ninjakilla is keeping it classy here, not taking his opponent's head off just quite yet.
Self-Destruct had his moment. He had that deep jump kick with a teleport, didn't amplify it. He had a plethora of meter down there. Could have got some big damage, and one mix-up off a knockdown could have been it. But look, he looks like he's not unhinged whatsoever at all.
No, definitely not. And here we go, mix it up a little bit, and the reactions here from Ninjakilla didn't react fast enough for that to meet that teleport cancel his buttons, but was able to react with a throw.
And the pressure we go. I will say that he has done a great job, Self-Destruct, of poking out of Jackie's pressure so far. It's really been the pressure of Jackie or Ninjakilla here that's. I'm sorry, not the pressure, but the reactions that have been so good.
Yes, here the score is 1-0 in Ninjakilla's favor. He just needs this one match to secure it. This is the first to do along the Pro Competition Tour up until top 8. And Ninjakilla doing such a great job of beating him with those mids perfectly. As soon as he blocks a down one, ready to meet with that leg, ready to apply that pressure, and not giving you any breathing room for mistakes, for errors, for wiggle room, what have you.
And you see every time Self-Destruct's getting hit by those strings on block, it's him making a read that the cancel is going to be coming. So he's not reacting, he's making actual reads to the pressure, and that can get you burned against Jackie here. Speaking of, kind of starting that corner push, but he's going to space it out, look for the wake up. Really smart stuff out of Ninjakilla there.
And this might be all she wrote here, meeting him perfectly here, and that is going to be Ninjakilla's game, set, and match. Ninjakilla moves on, but I don't think it's such a surprising result. I mean, this is a player who's made himself infamous throughout the online realm and is able to come and back it up. But it's going to take time. And I think he did it the right way where, he didn't just jump into it. The first, offline event he attended, he didn't even compete, just went as a spectator to, again, kind of, feel out the situation, feel out the scenario, and get used to it. Then he went to Earthrealm Dojo, and I expect him to have the experience to do really well this weekend.
Yeah, and you know, I hope that the weight's not on his shoulders. You know, you come to an event like this, everyone's looking at you, everyone's saying you're gonna win, you're gonna make top 8. All that pressure on you can add on different nerves to even what he saw at Earthrealm Dojo, because that was a smaller event. There wasn't too much pressure. Whereas something like this, you know, here at CEO on the pro competition, a lot more eyes are on you, a lot more people in that bracket to get through. The pressure can be pretty high, but you know, I interviewed him, talked to him a lot. He seems to have a great head on his shoulders, and I expect nothing but great things from him in the future, and possibly right here at this event. And that's why coming into this, he's one of, if not the big headline looking at the brackets.
He definitely is, but he doesn't have the easiest path in that bracket at all. I believe he's going to be meeting Sonic Fox. If they both stay in winners, he's going to be meeting him a lot sooner than anyone would want to meet Sonic Fox.
Now,
which is never.
On the flip side, if you look at Ninjakilla, do you think that it's possible that it's Sonic Fox that might look at that and go, ooh? Now, with that being said, they did meet in online NA East. Sonic Fox did take it, but Ninjakilla right up there with them, and still has a plethora amount of points for the pro competition from that. A good placing here, and he's going to be in this entire thing. We might even see him at the end of the series in the finale. You don't know. This kid can definitely be going places.
Yeah, I would love it. I would love it. And you know, it's just amazing seeing what it came from. And Ninjakiller's infamy grew all because he just loved playing Mortal Kombat X online. Continuously, even after the season was over. But up on the stage, we have Dizzy TT coming all the way from the UK here to compete points. And you know, this guy's been doing phenomenal. Last year at CEO, during Injustice 2, really made his breakthrough here in the States, and just outperforming past anyone's expectations. Yeah,
and you know, he's got the recipe for success. He's young, plays great characters, and he trains with the best in the world. Those are a lot of the recipes for success right there.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes to hit every single one of those factors, but this is clearly someone who is, and that's why you're seeing more and more of Dizzy TT. He's got his whole life ahead of him. Very young guy, and the sky is the limit.
100% coming into this tournament. Sonya Blade and Cassie Cage. We saw Sonya back in Combo Breaker. A couple of heartbreaker losses for him there. Not gonna let that rattle him here. He's traveled back all the way to the States. Shouts to all of the internationals that have traveled back to the States for CEO. Such a quick turnaround from Combo Breaker, and it's gonna be another quick turnaround for Evolution. Thank you so much to everyone who traveled to this. You know, there's Japanese players in the bracket. We've got Southern America players in the bracket. We've got Australian players in the bracket, Canadian, EU, all over the place. Here, Portal,
you gotta to it, because at the end of the day, it's always a great tournament, great experience for everyone involved. You get to learn something, to meet new people, make new friends. It's always just a pleasure. Always a pleasure. All right, both guys' buttons are checked here, and Dizzy TT going to be going with Sonya Ringmaster, and this variation is the variation that's most commonly played, and this is the one that gives her the ability to dash cancel out of the ring hold there, and that's going to be a big punish to that very unsafe Aaron Black low slide here, and Dizzy TT getting the pressure going there. Aaron Black forced to use that breakaway. He's got no resources, but he's got the boot drop forward 4. Just trying to get out of there, and here we go, getting the hit in the corner and forcing Dizzy TT to come off the breakaway, and that's a very long time for those defensive bars to come back.
Absolutely on the offense here, and on the opposite end is Con Risley with 52-card pickup, the more popular version of him as well. Nice taking a throw, but walking right into a back one. Right to the mouth for round number 1. Dizzy TT had control, never let it go. Con Risley had a wonderful catch of a whiff punishment back 2-2 on what looked like a down one on a Sonya Blade, but hasn't had anything happen since. You know, and Dizzy TT open one time, gonna have to break away. Now here's Con Rizzle, no breakaway for Dizzy TT, but the crucial drop, Arma. Oh my goodness, that has huge momentum.
That is a big drop, and the momentum back in Dizzy TT's favor, forcing him to use the breakaway, trying to get something going here, but it doesn't matter. Sonya recovers quick enough to keep the pressure going, but watch out for those shots. He's got a lot loaded in there. 4 left, decides to put it away, and there goes the sunshot.
Perfect timing on that scud shot as well, and nice swing, but no belief from Con Rizzle there. He's had his moments to take his turn. Lack of belief, lack of execution, and that was just a throw of a fatal blow. That was a hopeful one out of this man, as Dizzy TT, without that fatal blow, is not going to be bothered full screen at all, but nice full screen slide. This is a scary situation for both.
He let him get away there. He threw the acid right on top of him. And you know what? That is perfect. That is perfectly how you have to play on top of the acid. Don't panic. Especially when you have the life lead, don't panic. And Dizzy knew right there, he wants me to move. He wants me to jump away. He wants me to backdash, but instead, I'm going to stay here and force him to take this hit. Doesn't matter, fatal blow or not. You cannot armor through this.
Sometimes the better option is to sit there because they're looking for something. If you don't give it to them, they don't know what to do in that situation. You know, if they're looking for a jump, if they're looking for advancing movements, normals, if you don't give it to them, then they don't know what to do. And in that confusion, you get to do something.
Yes, yes, I love that. I call that playing against the grain there, you know? You throw the acid, and again, everyone's reaction is to just get me off of this here. This is TT looking strong, continuing, going with that back roll, evasive move, and that's a crushing blow thanks to that second hit, hitting all by itself.
And how many times do we think that she's only going to throw the one, and you try and get out of the block stun as quick as you can, or you try to crouch it and stand as quick as you can, because the recovery is so dang good on it that you're almost forced to, and then you get hit by the second one, and that's a bad day at the office right there.
I mean, you're trying to get some real estate. You're trying to close the gap between yourself and Sonya. And yeah, things are going to get messy and you're going to misstep somewhere. And that's why that crushing blow is so powerful there. Not a punish, but does get the counter, does get the momentum back in his favor. Going to go for something here. No, he whiffs it. Thanks to that delayed, slight delay wake up by Dizzy TT. Absolutely textbook. And this might be all she wrote. Breakaway, last chance, last opportunity. Can he make this comeback here? He's out of the corner. He's got the real estate. What is Dizzy TT going to do?
Delayed wake up in the buttons again. That's multiple times Con Rizzle had him, just mistimed the meaty, and coming up with the buttons is Dizzy TT, getting the W, moving along, and that's gonna bode well moving forward in the bracket. You know, the initial nerves are off. Everyone's first match, they got a little bit of nerves. Oh, sure, you know, they haven't played on the setup, might be a little bit different from what they play on a home. Got to get it out of there. You know, you're on a big stage. There's a lot of people watching. You just got to get to that first match, and then it's smooth sailing sometimes.
I mean, yeah, and it's how comfortable you get along the way and just keeping that mindset, like, I can do it. The other thing that I feel like a lot of players don't realize is that even though you're nervous, so is everybody else you're playing against. So, you know, drops are going to happen, scrambles are going to happen, and confusion, chaos is going to happen throughout any tournament.
This is why I mashed down one.
That's your favorite. That's your favorite. You got to mash it down one. And a great thing, what Dizzy was utilizing there a lot in that game, I feel like it's something that it's really not spoken about too much, but it's the ability to delay your wake up, throw your opponent's timing off, and just wake up with buttons. Because they're not sure if you're just going to wake up on your own, or if you're going to slightly delay it or long delay it. Either way, it's tricky. It's tricky. And it's hard to hold you down.
What's really good about delay wake up is that it opens up all the other wake up options. Because if you condition your opponent that you're going to delay wake up every single time, they're going to try to do different timings on their meaties, and they're going to wait. And in that presence of waiting, you can do up 2, you can do up 3, you can wake up, jump, you can roll. So many other options open up for you if you don't think that something active is going to be on top up of you.
Yeah, you can also just get up
Speaking
and walk
of active,
away.
Someone who's very active in the gym, Decay up here.
He absolutely is. Yes, this is a Decay, originally from New Jersey, and a player who's gone through it all, man. He's in there, always competitive, always looking to, you know, just enjoy fighting games, enjoy NRS games. Big, long-time fan, and you know, worked at the company for a very small amount of time. But either way, passion is this man's middle name.
Very skilled artist, and he's very, like, you look at the characters that he plays, and it's like, that's a Decay player. It's just big brawler characters. He's rocking Jax in this game, but he like Swamp Thing back in Injustice 2.
Yes.
Lobo back in Injustice 1. MKX, he played Goro.
All about those Goro games.
He's all about this. One, they all have command grab.
Yes.
And 2, they're normally all big and brawly.
And he also played Lobo in Injustice 1.
Yes.
And that happens to be his favorite
DC character ever.
Yeah,
that's actually what got him into the scene.
Yes, playing Injustice 1 when he was still living in Jersey, and just getting out there, competing, learning how to play, and just making friends along the way. I'm sure he doesn't regret any of it at all. But now Decay here, ready to show everyone what he's made of here at CEO 2019, the second stop on the Pro Competition Tour.
Man, I just got flashbacks of his low back in Injustice
Oh,
1,
man,
and,
this command-
and I actually got triggered a little bit.
This command,
what
it was either wake up or don't wake up, but that
Oh.
you don't know. Is that command grab coming? You can't jump away from it. It was just, you had to do one or the other. It was scary.
55% later, but it's Jackson Briggs here in MK11 going up against Mama Blade. So the zoning of Sonya is going to be a real problem for Jax here, but just like that kind of archetype of a grappler, once he gets in, it's all about not letting go, and Jax has arguably some of the best stagger pressure in this entire game. If he's playing Hunker Down, forward 2 mix-ups for days.
You up for a demo, Sonya?
This demo's gonna hurt us both.
Round one.
You just call her Demo Sonya?
He did a reference to the variation that Scar played in Mortal Kombat X. I love all the little references throughout this whole game. It feels so amazing here. These guys are going at it. A great little stagger there, a fake stagger by Decay, deciding to continue the string and catching his opponent off guard. Not watching his toes though, getting clipped by that low, rolling in and being able to down one before any punish was coming his way. Now the interesting thing about Jax is you gotta pay attention to his arms. When those punching moves connect, those arms start to heat up. Once those arms heat up, he has access to very different moves and very different crushing blow requirements.
That's right, he's given one of the best projectiles in the game. He's given a phenomenal crushing blow, multiple crushing blows off the projectile and off the overhead option of forward 2 and on his throw. There's so many things you have to look out for, and it is one of my favorite mechanics in this game because it puts you on edge. You sweat. And naturally you would with heated arms sitting in front of you.
Hey man, that's what happens. It does a little bit of everything there. It adds a little damage to throws. And look at those, even in the throw animation, since he is punching, and watch out, those arms are heated up. Not sure if it's enough for the crushing blow, but it is enough to show you the dominance and the momentum, how it's shifted in Decay's favor here as he's looking to lock in this round number 2 in game 1.
Going for the overhead -7, I believe, on block. So technically your turn, you have to watch out being kind of savage down. Coming in with the forward 2, down 3, but the low almost the overhead with the throw out of your game. That throw is especially once those arms are low, pretty much guaranteed. So, you know, talk about that strategy of just taking the low.
Yes.
That's exactly where you would take the low.
Yeah, you don't want to get hit by that because it's going to hurt here. And I do like Blanco Nino's specific knowledge of the matchup. I saw him jumping in between both the ground pounds there, looking for the back 2, trying to hold it to trigger that crushing
those arms
blow.
are getting heated right now. I'm getting kind of scared. Nice roll out of the corner. It was meet position. That might have been input air, or just wanted to meet him with that bad boy. Doesn't go for the crushing blow on the command grab either. Just gonna keep it simple, and that's gonna do it.
And that hurts so bad. Heated up arms to the back of the head, and Decay just showing a little fancy work here, triggering that crushing blow there at the end instead of going for any kind of
He's got the
fatal.
overhead crushing blow. He's got the 4-2-1+3 overhead crushing blow. He's got the grab crushing blow. He's got the command crushing blow. He's got the projectile crushing blow. Wait a darn minute, Arma.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Lieutenant Blade, reporting for duty.
Here for another scuffle.
Ready to rumble, Major.
Round one.
All right, these guys are ready to go right back into it. Game number 2, Decay in the lead here, up 1. And just needs the second game here to close out the first of 2. Connecting here, heating up those arms and that back 2. You know, sometimes you just think, oh, he's not doing anything. The animation is so subtle. So subtle, it catches people off guard all the time here.
Little did they know that 400 damage is coming in hot. Pun intended right there. And there are those extra projectiles they gain with those heated arms. We call them the old school rockets of Jax from back in the day.
Oh, yes.
Very fast, good recovery. Makes him quite a strong zoner here. As Decay looking strong here, game number 2 to try to take this 2-0. Blanco Nino, we talked about, he looked really good in game number 1. But Decay, once he's got some momentum here, he's going to ride this bad boy.
Oh yeah, the up 3 there by Jax, a very strong wake-up attack. Kind of catches you off guard. You can neutral jump it very easily, but it does reach pretty far. It hits the entire ground right in front of him.
Oh, this is a scary spot to be in, and there they are, completely heated. Is he going for it? This is like 450. Oh, 380. Oh my goodness, that's 40% of your health bar from a command grab.
A command grab, that's all it took, in just a tiny little bit. And here we go, the fatality. You're gonna display it, and of course, Decay going with the, I want to say there we go. We were just talking about baseball commentary before.
And we've got Jackson Briggs rounding the 3rd off of the home run to seal the deal for the Dodgers here in All right.
That was perfect. That was great. That was great. And I just love how there's like the music too.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Yeah.
Perfect. It's
Yeah,
amazing. So Decay takes that one. You know, he's going to be moving on, but it's going to get harder. It's going to get tougher
Yes, it is.
for these opponents. The deeper you go into these brackets, you know, you're just playing other people who've also won. So it's going to be a slugfest. So far, a little one-sided matches. I hope to see more Game 3 situations because we have had great sets this entire
Yeah,
day.
we have. Man, that one right before we actually hopped on was sensational. We got some replays for you as Decay showing us what Jax is all about. Just being frightening, and that throw going for 380. And then this was game number 1 where he actually ended on the crushing blow. He put on a great clinic and display of what this character's all about, and that's just a lot of damage.
Yeah, so the requirement for that specific crushing blow is having to put on the follow-ups as late as possible. The button follow-ups for that
very
command
tight
grab.
window.
Very tight. And look, Decay doing it on stream, on stage, in front of all these people. First try like nothing.
He's been one about heavy execution. Looking back in the day,
Yes.
and Injustice 1, the global almost
No.
I couldn't do it at home. But
Catching the back three off that was
just that easy. Combo back in the day. I actually don't know what so I'm thinking, if I'm being honest. No, he's been about that. He loves, you know, the and he's all about that stuff. Really to see him back and us here at CEO.
I mean, I think he loves command grabs more than anything there. Able to seal the deal, and I feel like he was doing such a good job of just kind of, you know, faking that he was going for throws, putting his opponent on edge, especially when he had him in the corner. He would just walk up to him and just meet him with normal buttons, and I was terrified for his opponent, for Monko.
And man, can it go from 0 to 100 real quick? Because you're in that situation, and you're like, oh, he's going to do the throw. And then you get clipped by the 4-2, and then he boom, heated arms, and he's like, now you're screwed, buddy.
And now the back of your skull is in pieces, somehow still in your head.
The heated arms are sitting there, and you are sweating bullets. We've got current EVO champion, newly added to UIU, Rewind.
That's right. Rewind again. Now he is the EVO champion for NRS,
Injustice
meaning that
2,
he
yeah.
was the EVO champion for Injustice 2. Mortal Kombat 11 has just come out, you know, just a few months ago, and Rewind, you know, looking to continue that legacy, looking to continue the grind, and still continue to be one of the top players in this scene, playing every day as much as he possibly can.
He also is coming in with Jax. We've seen him on E-League. We've seen him in a couple other things. Jax has been his main, and he has looked darn good. And we're going to see everything that we just talked about on display once again here, I think, Arma.
That's right. Rewind had the recent three-peat on the E-League Showdown.
It is still active.
Yes, so undefeated there. Every time he's in there, he's going for glory. He is going for gold here. Now what Rewind is doing here, I was going to say he's waiting for his meter to run back, but he's actually just trying to intimidate his opponent.
That took 20 seconds, and we've already got the crushing blow of the overhead.
It hurts.
This health bar is disappearing swiftly for Hazard here. Gonna put him to sleep into the corner. And just a ground pound. That is a low. Very slow if you see the startup. You can at that distance try to get a max distance jump kick in there. But man, oh man, what a start for Rewind here. Coming out swinging.
I mean, it's just tough there after that, you know, clinic that you were just put through right beforehand. Sometimes your reactions are just nowhere to be found. Great up three, wake up there by Rewind, and an up through wake up from Sub-Zero himself, but that is going to be a very punishable string. The overhead starting string from Sub-Zero, if the whole thing rocks, it hurts. Now, I'm not sure if he's doing, now Rewind looking to close this out here, looking for that high, but no one was home.
Yeah, you have to be careful when Jax whips that amplified back forward too. It has virtually no recovery, and I don't know of a Jax player that doesn't mash down 1-2 afterwards. So always be on the lookout for that. Really good patience out of Hazard, but Rewind not doing it. Maybe looking to see if he knows the matchup right there. And there are those rockets coming into play. Put down the slide too. I've got an answer for that.
Oh, great punish there by Hazard. The overhead quick into the low. Now Hazard is playing the thin ice variation, the one that has Sub-Zero's traditional low slide, but unfortunately this could be very close to the end to this first game.
Even
Not
if
sure if it's going to be enough.
Fully heated arms.
Yes.
Right now, so we can see rockets right now, and that's exactly what we're going to see. So smart of Rewind to know what to do and when to do it. That was the smartest option available.
Safe option.
Yeah, probably the safest option available. Or a Savage Slide could have stopped it. But wow, he looked at the options and said, you know what, I can do dash forward, 50-50 with a 4-2 grab, but he didn't need to do a lot of damage. He just needed one single hit, and he backed off and shot a projectile. That's one of the strongest and quickest in the game.
Yeah, nothing wrong with going out with the safer route here. And Jax's Fatal Blow is one of the most powerful Fatal Blows in this game, not just surely because of the fact of the range, the fact that it's mid, and the damage, but because it leaves him in that heated arm state. It's like we said before, giving him access to things he doesn't normally have access to. Poking back and countering with that down one is Rewind here, shoving his opponent in here in the corner. Now Rewind's doing this to get a little bit more meter back, trying to delay it as much as possible, leaving his opponent in a standing state, and his opponent willing to just jump out, but Rewind, again, keeping control of the situation, trying to get something going here. Gonna leave him, no, not gonna leave him in a standing position, gonna go for a regular knockdown.
Oh, this is damage. Oh, okay, so he put multiple down 1-2s. He was going for the rocket crushing blow right there, and he still has a multiple plethora of crushing blows available. Why not?
How many crushing blows does he need? Oh, great block of the overhead, and then the low slide. You gotta watch out for it. Very tricky timing, but this is Rewind. This is an Evo champion. You can't test his reactions
That's
too
a
much.
thin ice specific block right there too. He is ready. Boy, this could be some big damage right here. Does he have the rockets? He sure does. And there's another crushing blow.
37%. That is big boy damage here. Are we gonna see it?
Oh, I was about to say I would have freaked out if you'd have done that one too.
Just back-to-back crushing blows. Come on, display it for us. Can you show us?
Yep, and there we go. What is this, Geras? What are we watching right now? Who let this character fly under the radar like this?
35% for those bars. As long as that timing is impeccable, you can do it too. Incredible showing by Rewind. Very dominant fashion in the 2-0 victory over Hazard.
The current Evo champion of our games, looking like it. And he hasn't lived up to his own expectations so far here in MK11. He is one to admit that, you know.
Sure.
Didn't have the best showing at Combo Breaker, and he wants to make that right here.
He does. And you know, he's a competitor through and through. Just got on a new team, and he's looking to prove his worth here, prove his worth to his team, and just turn a lot of heads.
100%, and he's looking good. And like I said, Jax is a character that's kind of flown, not under the radar, but under that whoa radar, where right now everyone's kind of rethinking him being like upper mid to being a little bit closer to the back. Because he's got those options. He's got a plethora of crushing blows. You look at it, it's like, you look at the holes in his game, and it's not terrible. You know, heavy zoning is kind of an issue for Jax, but
but he's got some mobility.
What's crazy is that I've seen a lot of Jax mains start to zone more with those rockets, and man, if some of those matchups start to kind of turn around, where he's kind of a decent zoner nowadays.
Yeah, I feel like I've been seeing Jax players go more for the heated up arms.
Just boom, boom.
So just heating up the arms, it is, you know, punishable if your opponent knows you're going to do it, but it's a way to get heated up arms in a very defensive manner.
Yes.
You don't have to go in and connect those punches or connect those throws, but instead you're just waiting to get those rockets, and those rockets are so strong.
A lot of damage, so quick, little recovery. It's kind of got everything that he wants, and that plus the ground pound and the thumper makes for a very strong zoning game. The thumper controls the jump over attempts.
Yes.
And you've got the ground pound to cover the ground approaches. So it's really cool that he's kind of got a whole mix of things, and that all I've seen with time is that character develop and into a very strong character. You know, because out of the gate, you know, Jax players, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I definitely know what you're talking about. You guys do too.
We're rather vocal about, you know, some of his weaknesses, and it's cool that all of them together and Jax players are able to kind of, over time, just like all of us, just like Kodal mains, I gotta sit back and watch Kodal destroy people. I love it.
Furious Pillow, man, he's incredible. He's furious.
I can't say he's a terrible character anymore because of that.
He's a good player.
Thank you, Furious. Now my downplay means nothing, and we got Tyler Lansdowne in the back giving us the fist. He's all about this Jax momentum right here.
All about the Jax momentum here. Yes, look at that fist. He is ready to see more Jax. He wants to see Jax in every single set on that stage.
Every match, okay.
Every match, everyone. We not nothing but Jackson. We already found out everything about him.
I'll get triggered if I see Jackson every match, if I'm being honest with you.
He's a good character, man. He's a good character and here to play. Those crushing blows. Now, you were talking about before how, everyone, at first wasn't sure Jax is really this, really good character or not, but something that's really synonymous among all those talked about characters are how useful those crushing blows are.
Yes.
Because they do so much damage. You only get one per match, but they do so much damage.
Especially in Hunkered Down, but we still see Grin and Barrett at a very competitive level itself. It just adds a different mix-up in, but still has a plethora of crushing blows. He's still got the rocket one. The only one he's missing really is the overhead and the command grab.
And the command grab one, yes.
The-
That one's big. That's a big 35%.
Should I say the 1+3 overhead? Because he's still got the bop on the head.
Yes, back two. Little bop, little
And
bop.
also, on top of all the crushing blows we talked about, he also has the down 2 one that's universal. He's got so many, man.
It works, man. It works.
It's great, and he's a good character that's very safe, phenomenal advancing mids, and what I like about him is that he can be one of the few characters in this game that's just a snowball character. Once he gets going, your health bar
just throws up.
Yeah, and it's gone.
Those are cool blades.
If it
Just falls out. Your life falls out of the life bar,
Yeah,
throw up.
If you guys don't know what a snowball effect is, just picture a snowball rolling down a hill. It gets bigger and badder as it goes down. And
With momentum.
yeah, with momentum. And whoop, you're gone.
And it's gone.
We've got Emperor Combat. Speaking of Jersey, is he Jersey? Or
No, he's actually from Brooklyn.
Ooh, New York boys.
Yes, New York boys, always at next level battle circuit, trying to get on the MK11, and he told me he promises that he's going to the next one. So
Combat,
be on the lookout for that.
If you listen back, put up more logos. Just kidding. Love you, buddy. He is.
And here we go, Combat using Baraka, and he's going to be using the Marauder variation. Now this one doesn't have the leaping command grab, but it does have Chop Chop and a lot of damage from the gutted move.
Jiva here with first round KO. Jackie breaks. Now Combat coming into CEO, I think has to be on everybody's radar.
Yes.
Look at what he has done online already in this game. Just look at what he did in Online East, where he was that 3-0 against Sonic Fox in Grand Finals?
I believe
He
it was. Yeah.
Cooked him with Johnny Cage, and he has got a great duplicitous edge of characters. I'm definitely using that word wrong, by the way, but I don't care.
That's okay, we make up words here.
Because it sounds cool, but he's got a great duo of characters that covers a wide range. This Baraka, absolutely savage, and his Johnny is a work of art when you watch him play this game.
Yes, but right now he's showing us a little bit of Baraka, showing that he can play a bunch of different characters at a very, very high level. And I feel like, I don't want to say he goes for completely unconventional or low-tier characters, but he definitely goes for the less talked about characters, in his portfolio of fighters. Here we go, that's the gutted move there, special to the variation, the ability to just throw up and that down two, whipping right under that high.
Is that a flawless victory? It sure is. That a combat. This is how you come out swinging. We haven't even finished a couple of sentences, and he's on a match point already as Combat here. And like I said, I think he's coming into this, and you can quote me on this, as one of the favorites to win CEO.
Definitely. I mean, he's shown, on his resume, he's shown that he can do it online, offline, it doesn't matter. This kid is here to play, and he can take anybody out.
It's that recipe for success that we talked about. Being very young, trains with the best in the world. He trains with Sonic Fox, plays phenomenal characters that cover a wide range, and he came into the scene only what, 2 years ago? That Firestorm came out hot and ready, like a pizza at Little Caesars.
And and that was all thanks to a very special online league that was able to showcase everything here. And Combat looking like he's trying to make this comeback. Now GBA is actually doing great here with Jackie. You got to watch out for those cancels. You got to listen to all different types of things out there, and you got to watch out for that glitch. Oh, he wasn't able to punish it, just not close enough. And I think Combat could have got the easy punish if he just decided to dash forward and go with a forward 4 instead. But he did the fatal blow. He was sure it was going to reach, and it just fell a little short. If Baraka just sent that blade out instead, it would have been able to reach.
Yeah, really good stuff out of Jiva there to get the punish instead of Combat. Right there, I think he's going to get a punish on the Chop Chop. No, one of the most unpunishable things, but punishable things in the game.
Nobody
What a
punishes
mix-up.
Chop Chop. Nobody.
I swear I've seen it at least once.
It actually was punished on stream a little earlier today. Not sure if you were commentating or not.
I synced it. Getting that max damage in the breakaway.
Oh, I love that punish there, perfectly timed, and he's recognizing when the Chop Chop's up. Now, the reason no one says you can't punish Chop Chop, oh no, hold on, this is gonna be all she wrote, so much damage. not too much in the direct department of mix-ups in terms of starting overheads or he does have a great starting low, but once he does find that hit, he's gonna make it hurt. Going into the gutted, amplifying it, throwing you up into the air.
Really good staggers in his pressure. That really opens up his pressure itself. 1-1, 1-1-2, back three 2. It's just so many different minor straight hits or forward 1-2, forward that really open you up in ways that he wants you to press the button and punish you for it with a 1-1-2 of his own or something inconfirmable into the gutted like you see there. And he's got some jailing pressure off of his pokes. His down 3 on hit in the 1-1. Man, I down 1 everything on reversal and pokes on hit too, and that gets you killed.
Yes, the down 3. Once the down 3 connect from is guaranteed that he gets a stand 1 pressure. He can't low profile it all. Combat 1-1-2 can block that for the most part. People feel pretty decent, and it's all a mind game because if they're looking for the flawless block, someone will just delay it, go for a throw, and when Baraka throws you, even in that variation, very dangerous because he's got crushing blows going on in both directions. Yes,
very strong stuff there, and man, that's Combat literally just came out and said, "This is how you play Baraka." For us, just similar to what Rewind did the match before. Like that's Baraka at its finest right there. Just doing massive amounts of damage and just overwhelming pressure. And it's relentless. One of the best jump kicks. The forward 4 being one of the best mids in the game. Just kind of everything that you got. It takes a really strong zoner to keep Baraka out. And even then, it's pretty difficult. If I'm being honest with you.
Sure, I mean Blade Spark can contest. It's not the best zoning tool in the game, but it can hold its own.
Yeah.
It can hold its own, especially if Baraka already has the life lead. He's okay with taking trades, a few meter burn trades here and there. And now up on the stage we have Samij, Noble Samij. He's going to be going up against Kazan. And
hopefully pronouncing that right, Kazan. Kazan, but guys, feel free to follow the action from home at NRS Esports on Twitter. Go give it a follow if you guys like what you're seeing. If you guys want to keep up to date with everything, not just Pro Division, everything competitive MK11, give at NRS Esports on Twitter a follow. Give them a like, give them a retweet, give them some love. Also use hashtag #ProCompetition on Twitter if you guys want to get involved in the action as well.
Yes, we want to hear your opinions. We want to hear who you think is going to be taking everything this weekend at CEO. Is it going to be Sonic Fox? Is it going to be Ninjakilla? Or could it be our current EVO champion, Rewind, or anybody
give
at
us
all?
Your prediction.
I definitely want to hear them. Everybody wants to hear them. Now, another, definitely a name that's up there, a guy who just had a phenomenal result at Combo Breaker, Samij, able to take it over Dragon in that grueling
This guy's having
tournament.
a phenomenal time, by the way.
He is. He's on camera. He's having a good time.
I'm a noble boy myself, and I'm about to openly root against Samij because of how happy this man looks to be here at CEO.
Yeah, I mean, let's see how long he can keep that up as Samij just trying to hold on. 1-1, down ones and down ones coming from Kazan here, but getting thrown for his trouble here. There we go. That's the Blade Spark that's trading, but you got to watch out. If you don't have the life lead, it's going to spell a disastrous defeat for you.
He is blocking these fans high. That's one thing that I'm recognizing early on. It's going to be a hit confirmed into the gutted. No, he's not going to amplify. That might be, okay, hear me out. Might be a smarter option to avoid the breakaway, but I don't know why you wouldn't want to just force the breakaway for one bar of offensive meter.
I mean, hey, you got something going here. Let's see if he can connect it again. Sometimes you're just a little bit of a mind game here. Great stand 4 there. Oh, and he ducks under it and he gets it. This is going to be it.
Does not amplify.
That should have been all she wrote. A huge missed opportunity here from Kazan.
He doesn't even need it. He doesn't need to amplify it. He said all these other Barakas are relying on this, and I don't even need it. They need to level up.
Let's walk up and hit that fatal blow perfectly here. Kazan with a little bit of an upset here. No way that's leaving a nice taste in Samij's mouth.
I think Samij is sitting back going, why wasn't I dead like 10 seconds ago?
I'm still in this.
And that's the mix-up of Kazan. This is this man's wizardry on display for us right now. Playing mind games on top of mind games. This man's 2047 right now.
Yes.
He's on layer 18.
Pass it. He just laughed the Yomi levels over and over and over again. Doesn't matter that they only go a few levels deep. Samij jumping in with great buttons here from Katana. A little bit of stagger here, kind of trying to get us, forcing the opening here from Kazan, but Kazan's doing a great job of blocking. Watch out for that down 3, especially when you're very negative after that forward 4-4 from Baraka, that leaping kick after the knee.
I think he may have played a previously Mortal Kombat game because I saw him crouch the first fan and stand block the second fan. I do that because that's what her fan has done for the past 2 games.
That's true. All the back 2 from MK11 always makes me think, but it's actually just a mid here. As Samij putting on so much work here, and it's gonna be a crushing blow thanks to so many hits in that combo. What a call out there. Doesn't go into the amplified version of Gutted, but instead continuing the pressure, jumping in, and Samij finding the opening, finding the success, and down 2ing him just to end it quick. Not gonna leave it up to any kind of insane execution. We're just gonna keep it nice and simple. That's all I need. Kazan. Now, interesting. Maybe he has this amplification button mapped to the wrong place. He did look down at his stick.
Yep, he
did say something. And of course, like we were saying before, in that situation, Samij he had him dead to rights. Kazan had Samij dead to rights. All he had to do was amplify that Gutted. And this is going to be
I think that he had it.
Are you watching? Yes.
He had the shortcut wrong, I'm assuming.
So yeah, it's either there is a shortcut if you have the button shortcuts on.
Yes, he had it off.
He had it off, so he needed that button shortcut on. And what the button shortcut does is if you press.
So honestly, Samij just got lucky. I'm gonna come out and say it.
Yeah, I agree.
Could you imagine if all those were amplified? This man will be in a casket right now.
He didn't amplify a single thing there. Every time he got him in those Gutted, and he's doing a good job. But hold on, it might be too little, too late, breaking away there, but. Finds himself in another combo. Samij continuing this clinic, continuing this momentum. Got him in the corner, gonna end him in a standing position here, and just gonna go for big buttons, no throw, and we're gonna loop it back.
One. This is plus 8,400, 297 billion. It's only plus 60, but still.
And it's that many frames. Wow, that's official. That's the official amount of hit advantage on that specific.
Put that number in another room. You won't. A flawless victory to start us off. I'm telling you, man, if he took away his amplified button, he would be in this right now.
He would easily be in this. I mean, look, we even saw that in that first round. Before he had to resort to the fatal blow, he was able to find the opening. He was able to open up Samij, which is not easy to do, not easy for some of the best players to do in this scene.
It's honestly reminding me of myself, where if I have more options, I tend to do worse anyway.
That's it, and it's a little bit of nerves here getting you. Great jump over to the other side, doesn't convert into any kind of. He was sure he was going to compete. Toss doubles, thrown on this.
Gotta get something going here. Kazan down in game number 2 after such a close game number 1.
What a heartbreaker there. I mean, what could have happened if it just, not only if it just wasn't set incorrectly, or maybe if, the player who played on there before had button input, the button input shortcuts on.
Always check your button.
Yes. So, if you're a little unfamiliar, if you're a little unsure.
Unless it's working.
You can always
I'm actually
ask
gonna
your
find him
opponent.
in the crowd later, and I'm gonna be like, man, you may have set the new meta. Take away the amplified button.
There's no amplified buttons at all.
Yeah.
We're not amplifying anything. Gentleman's agreement. Now we have a replay here from that, and there it is. That's when he had it. You can see at the bottom right, he had 2 offensive meters ready to go. He hit him with Gutted, but didn't cash in, but instead just walking up and going with that fatal blow. Samij didn't see it coming. Samij actually losing the first round of a set to a player that we're not too familiar with. Very, very impressive here, but the demise of this set right here, you're going to see a little bit more of it, or I guess you missed a little bit of it, was that corner interactable, leaving in a restand position there.
Oh man, he looped it, and all that brought back was memories of Samij as a player in Injustice 2, absolutely abusing corner interactables, and any interactable really at that. He is so good at just abusing it and finding the cheapest. This is like a teammate of mine that I'm blowing up, but I'm perfectly fine with this.
Tell me.
I've kind of been blown up the whole time.
That's okay.
I don't care. He is so good at finding the cheapest way. Either it's something that but that thing damage, leaves them restood and in a situation where they can't do anything.
Yes.
Your options become zero. You're blocking or taking whatever is coming at you.
Yes, Samij likes to figure out that the whole Oki or the whole wake-up system and take all those options you have and say, okay, what are the few things that I can do to take away those options and really just limit you to just blocking. And then once he has you conditioned, then that's when he gets into like some real savagery.
Yeah. Some mixery coming at you right there to Samij, but yeah.
that's what he does. I mean, that's what a lot of players do, but I feel like that's like the Samij special.
And it's been rare in this game. Speaking of rare in this game, Chris G on the stage.
Chris G representing Evil Geniuses, showcasing his love for the NRS scene and showing that he is here to play, here to compete for that prize, wanting to get everything.
Zintai, and shout outs for having one of the Summit of Time shirts. Core values.
Yes,
Just a Summit of Time, a beautiful MK11 event, and buying that shirt means that he supported the event itself.
Yes, and Chris G is no stranger to the Summit of Time, was at the Summit of Time for Dragon Ball Fighters. And, just a competitor throughout everything. One of the best Marvel versus Capcom 3 players.
Ever?
Ever. Very consistent. And he's an Evo champion.
One of the best MK9 players ever. One of the best Injustice players, Injustice 1 players back in the day. He had a great start out of the gate. And
Chris G has actually won an NRS title here at CEO a few years ago. The first year for Injustice 1, he took it over Perfect Legend.
That was Green Arrow Scorpion?
That was the Scorpion Scare day, and that was when he was using Green Arrow and Black Adam. But yes, I think in Grand Finals, Chris G took it home with Green Arrow, if my memory serves me right.
Who was secretly broken. I can say that almost a decade later.
I don't want to say that at all, but hold on. We got Chris G. Chris G using Reborn Scorpion. Now, Reborn Scorpion, this variation has access to those cancels. So just because Scorpion teleports away doesn't mean he won't cancel out of it, stand right next to you and give you a throw because you're looking to block and punish something. Great block confirmed there by Chris G. I like that. Not something I see too often with among Scorpion players.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the opposite end, we've got Zintai with clean cut Cabal. We're going to see some good mix-ups up close. Cut here, and you're to see that aerial projectile coming into play against the Spear. Spears can be awfully harassing full screen, and it's good for him to show Chris G that's not going to be free against him here. And Chris G started this game as a Noob Saibot player. I believe he won Northwest Majors with Noob Saibot.
Yes, he did. And, sticking around, I feel like a lot of, especially top-level players, a lot of them have a Pocket Scorpion to deal with certain matchups where they just want to get in on some kind of zoning, whether that's, against Cetrion, possibly Cabal, or a few other cast members. Chris G just kind of keeping it safe there, canceling and going for the option that keeps him on the same side and not over next to his opponent. And he gets out of there, completing that string, doesn't want to get punished at all. And Chris G's being very careful because of the Cabal Fatal Blow that's ready to go. The Fatal Blow that goes full screen
all the way around
through the other side.
He comes back in with 2 seconds left with a slight healthy. What a jump back out of Zintai. That was so clutch. Oh my goodness.
Down to the wire. He was so sure Chris G was looking to chip him out perfectly, and he just called it out. What a read here. Chris G is definitely not happy about this. Looking for those down fours, getting hit with those projectiles, very risky stuff. The low hook, special to this variation. A great way to mix up your opponent. Don't go for the overhead. Instead, let's go for that hook.
Whoa, if he didn't cancel that, let it rip without a full combo there to Chris G. Didn't recognize the whip, and wow, all of a sudden Zintai is in the driver's seat right now. What's gonna be for breakfast here? He's got phenomenal options outside of wake-up ranges to OS him, to throw quick mixes with a low hook. Cabal, a really well-rounded character in this game.
Yes, he is. Cabal has everything he needs to hang with the best here. A great reach on that jump in normal here. You're going to see there that little hook sword that comes out. Going to close the gap pretty much anywhere on the screen, and that's going to be a big punish. Breakaway, wants to save some health, trying to get back some meter just with some time. Now, the meter build system in this game is non-existent. All you have to do is just wait for it. Wait for it to build up. You don't have to do moves. You don't have to press buttons.
Arma, I just got it. The entire story mode, the entire game is based around time, and they
Yeah.
made the meter system that way.
It definitely
It all
is.
comes together. It's coming full circle for me, Arma. It's coming full circle.
I'm glad we got that epiphany right here live on stream, and I'm glad to be part of that. And Chris G fighting back here in the game number one round. He's here. These guys are phenomenal. What a call out, but he drops the combo. What an opportunity. Don't do that here. Down two to get out of my face. Look out for these lows. You better know how to fuzzy block these.
And this time, Christie letting that teleport rip, not making the same mistake twice, catching the whiff, and another one to the corner. We go, no restand, so it's going to get him out of the corner. Christie may have made a slight mistake not leaving him in the corner right there, but you know what, it's Chris G. I'm not going to doubt anything that this man does. And look at the second, this is down 1 into 4-3. This breakaway is not existent right now for Zintai. He's only, oh, this one hit away, and he's rolling to nowhere in this corner.
Trying to roll away as possible from Chris G, and that was absolutely brutal. And you know what? Scorpion is always, even if he's in the corner, he is always either a back throw or a teleport away from putting his opponent in the corner. So hey, I agree with that. I think that's fine.
That was a great game one from both of these players. Zintai definitely showing up here. And Chris G, we knew was going to come in with something up his sleeve. Just so solid of a player, you can never count him out, no matter what the situation.
It doesn't matter no matter what the situation, no matter what the game. I mean, Chris G is a phenomenal and talented player. No question about that.
And he's a guy that likes to just play characters that he likes. You know, Ancestral, Kung Jin, and arrow variation of Kung Jin, Green Arrow back in Injustice, especially even here in NRS games. He just loves to have fun.
Yes, he does. Gonna complete the combo here with a great knockdown, but decides to back off. And again, it's because he's got the life lead. He's got no reason to really go for risk. He's looking to react to things that Cabal throws out. So Zintai is just refusing to do it, but hold on. It got a nice throw counter there. The reach of it, very deceptive.
Oh man, his reactions are on point this game. I think it was 3 reactionary teleport punish that round alone. Is going to be frozen still. No, another punish for him. That's something that we've seen a lot in Chris G's comeback here. We saw Zintai kind of had the early advantage there. Just been how many times Zintai's got punished for either jumping or whiffing a normal.
And somehow Cabal doesn't correct himself, kept facing the corner after that jump in. What a heartbreaker for Zintai. He was so sure that that was going to connect. And they're gonna leave him in a standing position here. Yes, he is gonna continue those buttons. And Zintai down one's out of there, gets the back throw. Now Chris G's in the corner in a very tight spot here. Nice little stagger, gets hit with the overhead, doesn't get the low hook sword that Chris G was looking for.
Chris G possibly looking for the flawless block on the jump and up two. I think that's what he's going for. This man's got the execution for it here. Full screen harassment with the spears. Cabal does have
Fatal
maybe,
blow, he does,
yeah,
but he wants it to seal the round.
He absolutely does. He's also got raw nomad dash. If you're feeling froggy here, you can leap full screen if you want to try to shut down just the spears, the everything that Chris G, because Chris G, he hasn't shown that he has it up his sleeve. So yeah. Chris G could be here full screen, not blocking, looking to react to something, and that might be a big tool that Zintai could use at the end of this, but I don't think he's even going to get the chance to, as look at this cash out!
Oh, that is going to be a lot of damage here. It looks like Chris G sealing the deal, taking this 2-0 after a very close, grueling first game, especially the end of that first round where it came down to time, and Zintai just barely getting the nick of that. And, you know, when you see that crushing blow there by Scorpion, that forward front kick into back kick, as soon as you see that crushing blow animation, if you got it, you gotta break away. It hurts.
It hurts a lot.
And Scorpion can teleport over. He can throw out the spear. Either way, if you don't
break
break away, you're gonna eat a whole
he
combo.
He can guarantee a fatal blow off it, which is even scarier.
That's insane.
Yeah. break rate is the main thing. If the fatal blow will kill, but in that situation, he extended it all to try to do that. But I don't even know at that point he could have just fatal blown and may have done the damage because all that scaling would have been reduced.
It could have been that. It
Either
could have been something that he
really
was
clean.
expecting, or maybe he thought that Chris G was expecting him to break away, and that Chris G would purposely drop the combo to keep the momentum or to not put himself in a punishable state, because we've seen that a lot, time and time again, with Scorpion Spear. If you break away right when that spear is getting canceled, you can get up and punish Scorpion. Now this is the nail biter, 5 seconds left on the clock, 4 seconds, and see the decision that he makes here. Jump back because he was so sure Chris G was gonna try to chip him out for that tiny little life lead right when the clock was gonna hit 0. Chris G was able to take control, take the driver's seat again in that first game, and just kind of continued it here. Now, as you can see right there, as soon as that crushing blow animation happened, Zentai had full breakaway bar, so he had the ability to fall out of there, but Chris G had the momentum on his side, had a lot of meter, and had a fatal blow ready to go.
Yes, he did, cashing out with a lot of damage. This is Scorpion. Let's just have a conversation about. You know, we had a conversation about Jax players.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation about Scorpion players. If I ever go on Twitter one morning and see that another Scorpion player says he doesn't have damage, we're gonna have a conversation.
You sure? You gonna pull him aside? Like,
Yes. No, I'm not gonna pull him aside. I'm gonna pull him forward in front of the whole class, and say, "Your character doesn't do damage." Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
I'm looking at you guys.
I mean, it's not only just damage, but it's how easy, or not easy, but
Yeah.
how accessible
Accessible.
everything is with Scorpion, where he can cancel into teleport that
sorry,
puts
good
you
one.
right next to your opponent, or he can go into a spear to leave you in a restand situation, or to just get on a crushing blow. 2-1-2 crushing blow from Scorpion does a lot of damage over time. But on the stage, ready to go, we have Dizzy TT, probably the favorite in this pool, and he's going to be
Tough
going up
opponent
against
here,
Full
though.
Auto.
Full
Yeah.
Auto, no slouch himself. He has, back in MKX, he caused, near the end of the game, so many upsets with that Full Auto Jackie. In this game, doesn't necessarily have the Jackie that he's used to, but he does play Aaron Black, who's a gunslinger himself. He loves to shoot guns in these fighting games, this Full Auto. That is his calling card.
Yeah, he's going from full auto to semi-auto here.
That's right, semi-auto.
Semi-auto. And yeah, the full auto Jackie in Mortal Kombat X plays nothing like Jackie here in Mortal Kombat 11. Jackie now has a lot more, Muay Thai based moves that involve cancels and throws. But instead, full auto wants to sit back and shoot some guns.
That's right. She does have a zoning variation in next gen, and I believe that he was playing it very early, but not as strong as first round KO, and it's still being developed as a really strong character as next gen. But this man, like I said, those are plasma orbs. He wants the guns, baby.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite next-gen players out there is Sunio, and he just loves playing, again, those full-screen characters, the ones that just want to sit back and utilize all the options they have. Now you got to watch out for that Aaron Black rifle. Once that rifle empties down to nothing, he does have access to a crushing blow that launches for a full combo. Checking him with down threes, perfectly spaced here. The down ones, recognizing when your opponent gets hit by them and giving you the opening to just apply your pressure is just what you're going to be seeing time and time again at high level like this. And Dizzy TT trying to get something going there. He's on top of the acid, and that is going to be all she wrote. That acid hurts, and so does that stick of dynamite.
That it most certainly does, and you see the Mind Games Full is trying to play in the Aaron Black pressure of back 2-2-2 into the scud shot hold, and he's playing the mind game with Dizzy TT of, and this is universal with Aaron Black of, are they going to counter poke it or not? Are they going to take their turn or not? And that's why you'll see Aaron Black do back 2-2-2 into the amplified scud shot to try to blow up that counter poke attack.
Exactly. Normally just a regular scud shot cancel is very negative, and a lot of opponents see that as their turn to start swinging and start applying their offense. Oh, looking for the low, cancels into it instead of getting that overhead that's available on the second hit. Great forward throw here.
Bro.
Yeah, just hold on to this lit stick of dynamite. Oh, he's faking out the scud shot,
I
and
love
there it
the
is.
hold.
The reactions from Full Auto. I'm completely impressed right now.
Oh, no!
It hurts. It
Most certainly
hurts.
does. There is a gap, but you gotta be flawless on it. And this is gonna be the round. Big drop and a full auto to make a fatal blow!
And that's going to be enough because all those shots connected prior to going into this fatal blow animation. What a monster there.
Dizzy.
The opportunity, but you got to take those. You got to take those. It's not your fault that your opponent dropped their combo. Get up and punish.
Exactly. Oh my goodness, Dizzy had it right there. The momentum, everything. Finished that combo. Go into a final round. Full auto with the recognition to wake up with those triggers at the ready. And of course, with a name like Full Auto, you bet it's coming.
It's coming, man. It's coming. Watch out for those shots. He's got just a few more there. 3 left, and Dizzy is the drop. Perfectly complement. Great. Gonna hurt here. Oh, great throw escape here by Dizzy TT.
Oh, no.
And it's not gonna be enough here. Full auto on match and set point here. Looking to close this out. Doesn't want to see a game 3.
Gotta give Otto some credit there, being ready for the tech and the throw. This man swung immediately after, and that kept him on the offense. That kept that Acapella being down. Dizzy definitely on edge, and now has a health lead here. Is he gonna scud shot up with a health lead sit back? Oh, throwing out some trickier zoning that are part of his strings.
Yeah, those are actually his normal strings, so he's got to whiff some moves from full screen, as you can see there. Usually the stand 3-2 that he also did have in Mortal Kombat X. You got to get a nice little whiff kick there and then a nice mid shot. So, you know, you got to look for the tells.
Oh, he's got himself to the corner here against Mama Blade, and this is what things could turn around, but no offensive meter for Dizzy TT. He's going up with the overhead. This is going to launch regardless. The breakaway, and then not out of it, trying to wake up Fatal Blow again. Not enough, but he's still alive here. Not punished for the attempt, and he pokes in the middle again against the amplified ring, and it's going to go punished. Dizzy TT ties us up at 1 game apiece.
Dizzy TT did such a phenomenal job there, just holding down that Fatal Blow, not giving him any breathing room for that armor to activate during that Fatal Blow. As long as you keep that gap within 5 frames, armor is not going to be any kind of situation.
That's right.
And he just shut it down completely. Even though he had the health to take it, the armor did not activate. And that's pure textbook here from Dizzy, shaking off that first game, continuing headstrong as we go into a game 3 situation. Now these guys have to be going through so much in their head right now. The nerves, the adrenaline, everything just shaking through their body right now as Dizzy TT takes the slight here. Now Full Auto didn't change characters. Instead, he just wanted a little bit of breathing room, a little change of scenario, a little change of scenery here as we go into the blood and the sea of blood.
That we are, and you know, Full Auto right there, probably just thinking of the last couple of moments, you know, what he could have done better, or a couple of things in the match if he got hit by. Just shut things around, you know, probably telling himself to stop trying to press buttons, possibly against the amplified rings. I saw him get burned by that multiple times, and off every bullet but one, saving him one in the chamber. There's Full Auto in the corner.
Well, what was incredible there was the fact that Dizzy TT was confident enough to block and then dash all those shots. It was like he knew exactly how Full Auto was going to treat those bullets. You can't play too predictably because your opponent's going to get the upper hand on you. Dizzy TT on game point right now, looking to take this set.
Oh, getting a trade there, the implied gunshot, and the drone called down, and once again falling for the amplified ring. And now in full control is Dizzy TT, and on the offense this time around, the zoning has been strong to start him off here, and he's gonna, instead of sit back with the health lead, he is going in. The breakaway a little bit late on Full Auto, the throw gonna meaty, and now he's 1 hit away from making this monumental comeback, and he's got it here. Dizzy TT with the RKO, sorry, not the RKO, the sweet chin music, closing things out.
That's right, man. Big heel to the face here, closing it out with a fatality, calling in for support as Aaron Black just gets shredded to pieces thanks to that helicopter. And watch out for the guts there, still on the blades. Pay close attention when you see that fatality at home. So much detail out there, and look at the look of relief. But this is just pools. Dizzy TT, if you're gonna be listening to this, make sure you go in even stronger as you continue on your path, because it's only gonna get tougher.
Yeah, you saw people starting to crowd for that. You know, once they see someone with a name like that, down 1-0, everyone's got to go, oh man, what's happening over here? And yeah, for him to survive that slight scare here early on in these pools, I think that's going to be better for him moving forward. You know, if you get the W, you've got it out of the way, and you're going to be feeling yourself here. And I believe that was the winners finals of the pool, so he's making it out to top 96.
Yes, and this is the 3-out system, so 3 players make it out of pools. So you're also going to be continuing seeing Full Auto in this tournament. And here, Full Auto was in a lot of control here. But Dizzy just locked it down here, knowing exactly what was coming, that fatal blow, and making sure that those buttons didn't have enough breathing room there. And what a breakaway there to get the punish from Dizzy TT. You have to really be familiar with every character's combos. You don't have to be familiar with how to execute them, but be familiar with, you know, where can I break away to make them hang themselves. You know, a great example, easy example.
Very rare.
Yeah, it is, but an easy example that we just saw right there, when Aaron Black goes for those slides, if you break away, as soon as he cancels into those slides, you can get up and punish him on his recovery.
That is right. You know, a lot of command grab characters, similar fashion, and you just have to find them. You know, in the lab. You know, if it's something that you find is
annoying
or killing you slowly or fastly in this game. Jeez. But
fast.
this is something like Sonya right there. Yeah, you know, you just gotta find them.
You gotta find them. It's all about the lab work.
I'm not saying that they're out there, you know, like for every character or anything like that, but they're definitely out there. You know, there's punishable situations, and man, oh man, can they make or break an entire set like that?
They could, and that's why sometimes it's also important to kind of mix up your combos a little bit. Keep your opponent guessing. You know, is he gonna get Scorpion gonna go with a stand 4 spear? Is he gonna do forward 3 spear or forward 3-1-1 spear? And again, and sometimes they don't do it if they see you have the breakaway. Yeah, they'll let you drop out of the combo on purpose, assuming that you're gonna go for it. And
they'll do 1-1-2, which is nice and quick. And yeah, there's so many things that come into play, and that's why there's so many mind games in MK11 at a competitive level, you guys. It's MK11 meta is like ogres, it's like onions. You know, it's got layers, and we have got the combo breaker champion, the current #1 seed of the entire pro competition. In our view, Scar going up against Trey Pound.
Yes, he's going up against Trey Pound, and in this pool, I'm not sure if we were able to see, but you guys can follow along on Smash.gg. This pool also had Face and Filipino Man. So not sure whose path was in whose way, but this should be the winners finals of that pool. Trey Pound representing Hype here. Both players going with the exact same character, the exact same variation, the Ringmaster variation from Sonya. Now this competitive variation lets you cancel out of those rings to, you know, make your mix-up safe, and they also give you the ability to drop that drone.
That it most certainly does. This is maybe on paper a little bit of a dangerous pick, as Scar is from the land of Sonya Blade, but you know, Trey Pound could throw something different. If you throw something different at someone who knows a character incredibly well, it could throw them off guard, you know, because they could be looking for different tendencies of different players that they're used to with this character in the mirror.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like you look at something for so long that you're so sure you know everything about it, and once you notice something different, it just blows your mind, and if you're not ready for it, it's going to catch you by surprise. Now Trey Pound getting a little zoning going of his own here, and you know, Trey Pound seeming very aggressive here. Now all of a sudden just kicking it up to another gear, shifting forward, Scar.
He is. Look at these guys. They're playing footsies with rings right now, and that is the strength of her zoning. It is almost as if it is a footsie tool. It has such quick recovery. Was it 7 frame startup, 14 frame startup? I can never remember. I think it's like 14 frames. So quick for a projectile, and that's what they use to control the momentum or to simply outzone their opponent. And wow, what a check by Scar right here. Gonna reverse position right there, 208, and patient enough to look for the wake up. I love seeing top players that when they knock somebody down, there's that 1 second of hesitation to look to see if they see a wake up, and trying to move forward is Trey Pound. We talked about that. You crouch and you try to move forward immediately in the recovery of the ring to try to close the gap as quick as possible, and you can guess wrong at any moment and get cooked for it. Amplified ring.
Yeah, but unfortunately for Trey Pound, he had very, very few options there. Sorry about the little camera angle, but now we're back on the action here. A little bit of trade with the first hit props here. Trey Pound going blow for blow against Scar. Now Trey Pound did a very peculiar thing, and instead of taking his time, taking a breather, he goes right into rematch, and these guys are going right at it. No delay at all.
I think that's very player dependent. You know, there are the guys that love to sit there and take their time. I'm also the mindset where I like to just go right back in. You know, it gives me less time to either, you know, drown in my sorrow, because that's the kind of guy I am. I go right back in it, so I don't even have to think about it. I'm like, you know what, play while it's hot.
It's tough, man. I mean, and sometimes people just feel like they kind of want to rip the Band-Aid off and get it over with. Oh, nice little drone call there by Scar as he's just dominating here. It still has the life lead by a good chunk here. And Trey Pound's got to think a little bit outside the box to really get something going here. I think
there's something.
There's something. Not sure if it's going to be enough. It's definitely not going to be enough to kill, but will it be enough for Trey Pound to have the momentum and the confidence to close this out? Now Scar is one throw away.
Oh, not close enough.
Fatal blow right back at him. Animation after animation. Now, fatal blow is only accessible. It's a finite resource, only accessible once per match. So it's no longer in play for the rest of this game number 2 here.
I actually really like the thought process behind Trey Pound there. Put out one of your most meaty and active normals right there. Just misspaced it a little bit. You know, it might not be something he's used to, you know, fatal blow and then having to close out for one more hit. That might be a unique situation for him.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's trying to get something going here. You can't blame the guy for trying, but great throw there by Scar. And the anti-air here with the, I believe that's the down 4, the little ring shot. Trey Pound looking for some kind of, you know, move, a normal move that's going to give him his turn back, but Scar
He is not giving him a turn whatsoever. You are absolutely right. Bullying this man in the corner. It's not even over yet. Is it going to be enough for the kill? 30 damage, all that is left. He's going to trade on a poke. The neutral jump kick. Scar proving to be the Apex Sonya here at CEO.
Again, #1 seed, not a tough, not an easy
like it
thing.
there.
Yeah, it definitely
my
looked like it
goodness.
there. And you know, Trey Pound's no slouch at all. Everyone knows him in the NRS scene, always a very strong competitor throughout ever since MK9, but just wasn't able to get anything really started there. It looked like the momentum was going to shift his way when he connected that fatal blow out of nowhere, but Scar just put a stop to it right away.
Yeah, he did. That was very clean out of Scar. That was winners finals. He doesn't make it through on the winners side. Trey Pound, congratulations, making it through on the losers side. That's what's great about winners finals of 3 out, is that, man, you make it there, and no matter what, you've got some breathing room for potentially the next day when we start top 96. Top 96, by the way.
Wow.
Pools is just to get to 96 or 95 other players to try to get through.
Yes. So it's a lot of players to cycle through. And again, you guys can follow at home. Look at all the pool assignments and the bracket layout to see who's going to be facing who in what scenarios. You guys go to smash.gg and look for the CEO brackets for Mortal Kombat 11.
That's right. And if you guys want to follow along even closer in the individual brackets that we are in, look at these C's. You know, C1 through C6 is, I believe, what we are doing right now. I don't know if we have 5 or 6 in this block.
I believe this one might have had 6. There was
Might have
one
had
block
6?
that had 6, but
Yep.
this one might be it. But you guys can follow along. I think the 6th one was the one with Samij in it, so I think you are right here. And again, a little shot of the current EVO champion, Rewind, and multiple EVO champions, Sonic Fox, Dizzy TT, as we just saw here, a little Baraka action going in there. That guy who looks a little bit like Sonic Fox is actually Sonic Fox.
Like him.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
it's his older brother.
There's Ad Solo Adrian. She was actually just conducting an interview in the back, which is something that she started doing again for the scene. Oh, this is going to be winners finals. Magician versus Ninjakilla. Magician. Back in MKX, and this is Magician. I love you. He was kind of like a one-hit wonder back then. He got 1 top 8 with Cassie Cage, and he hasn't made much noise since. I'm really glad to see him back, and he's really been passionate. But he also was really good back in Dragon Ball Z when that came out as well. But a very skilled fighting game player.
Yeah, definitely a skilled fighting game player. Nonetheless, and he was always just like, you know, like you said, he got that one result and always just falling a little bit short after that.
Very skilled, though.
Yes.
He also played Cassie Cage. Magician, I said I love you.
Yeah, you definitely love him. I love him too. Ninjakilla on the other side, the infamous Ninjakilla, who's made his ranks through the entire internet.
I'm going to go ahead and tell him like it is, Arma.
Tell me.
A man who's made a name for himself by top players complaining on Twitter that they just got bodied by someone and they don't know who, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, it was Ninjakilla, bro.
It was Ninjakilla. Every Heidi account that ever existed in the world, probably Ninjakilla. Oh, the account name is not showing up at all? It's Ninjakilla. His Heidi's are
Did you just get absolutely bodied? It was probably Ninjakilla, bro.
You have fought
And he's going to mirror him with Liu Kang. Our first time seeing Ninjakilla's Liu here on stream.
That is very interesting here. Magician, now that is the character that he is playing. He does get the first hit here with that low fireball, but Ninjakilla ready to take back the momentum, ready to take back the driver's seat.
Oh.
Chasing him down here.
Very interesting that he actually threw the entire string in there. Most Blues just do the 1-2, and the fact that he actually completed the string is what turned it into like a meteor punish to the roll.
And what an anti-air with that down 3, converting easily into 26% from a time. Some player jump
Magician, if you watch Killa, he does forward throw 140. This micro move King, it's almost gross.
And just a stand one there as Magician trying to get something going here. Even if it doesn't hit, just the fact that you make your opponent block forward 4-3 is really where Liu Kang wants you. And that's the crushing blow, the one that proceeds right after a failed escape as it did in the last round against the Magician.
Big whip punish from Magician, not going to come out the crushing blow. He knows that he might need it down the road. He's got to get back into this match first. You know, that's always a 50-50 of are you going to use it to get back in the match, or do you want to use it later in the match? And coming off immediately is Ninjakilla as he is knocking on Game 1's door here. Trying to throw some meaties himself. Good tech on the throw here by Magician, but he is getting bullied in this corner right now. Has to fight his way out, and +3 off the stand 1-2. Going to guarantee that forward 4.
Yeah, and he goes for the double bicycle kick amplification to get the
gets it. Wait a
requirement.
minute.
Hold on.
Oh, the whip punish fatal blow. The overextension of Magician on Oki is going to get him literally burned here.
It was only 3% away. That 3% could have been made up by anything. A few down threes, a few things that gone flawless block that could have gone flawless block. Absolutely incredible. Ninjakilla just keeping the composure.
I was just looking at Ninjakilla, and the look on his face was, I'm mad it was that close.
he wanted a landslide here. Now, are we going anywhere else here? Is Magician? No. Gonna stick with Liu Kang. Gonna do the Liu Kang mirror.
I thought Magician was about to go Jackie, and then I think he said, you know what? If I do that, even if I win, he's gonna pick Jackie. Apparently, they play the same characters. These two.
They apparently do. Both Jackie and Liu Kang. Ninjakilla has been doing incredibly well with Jackie online. I believe he was undefeated for a very long time, going like almost 70 games. I'm sorry, 70 sets straight.
I think last I saw he was at 90-something and 0, but he played a lot more since I saw that, so I actually don't know what his current Combat League record is. My guy's Ninjakilla, ridiculous in that Combat League.
Those anti-air straight fireballs here.
And you see the use of the flying kick to close the gap off of the hit of that? So smart, staying aggressive.
Oh, trying to get something going here, getting countered, the down one. Hold on, Magician getting something going here. No failed escape from Ninjakilla, so the crushing blow not ready to go just yet. No advancement there after that fireball, but a great call out of that jumping Ninjakilla, perfectly recognizing and executing to his best ability here.
The reactions that he has, I mean, you saw him in the round with just the stand one whip punish. He has got these reactions down. He is looking so strong here in this winners finals match to make it at the top 96. Big whip punish here for Magician. He's coming off the crushing blow this time. Not going to save it. Like I said, to use it to get it back in the match rather than to bet on getting into it without it.
Gonna leave him in a standing position. No amplification on that bicycle kick. And Magician, hold on, he's got the upper hand. Ninjakilla, I'm sorry, Magician finds himself in the corner. Ninjakilla is the Revenant Liu Kang here. A little confusing here because both players are playing the same exact character in the same variation. And this looks like this could be Magician's ability to take a round here. Oh, and that's a whip punish there.
Oh my goodness, is this gonna be enough? The 4-4 got it almost down to the marker. One more hit.
That's a big punch here. Is it gonna be enough? No, he's down.
0.29, and he's gonna have no last breaths available. And just like that, Ninjakilla 2-0, but a lot of close rounds right there. Magician definitely did not go silent into the night in that match. He's going to be on the loser side, top 96, Ninjakilla on the winner's side, making it through as a very high seed here at CEO. Got a lot of points in that online event.
Yes, the points on the online event, but also, you know, just kind of he had results. He went out there and he did it. This is his second offline event. Ever.
By the way,
second
guys,
event.
Ever. First major event.
Yes.
Ever.
He's never he's not the veteran here.
How did you do at your very first major ever in your life?
Not as good as Ninjakilla. Didn't win the first one, I'll tell you that for sure. 0-2.
Yeah.
0-2. It happens. It happens to everyone. But again, I mean, that just kind of shows you the raw power that is Ninjakilla. To be able to do that, I feel like almost no one can say the first event that I went to where I was extremely nervous, I was able to win, but the recipe was perfect for Ninjakilla. The game was new. Not only that, but his infamy was just to the max, the full extent. So everyone was also scared of Ninjakilla when he went in. So he kind of like evened the playing field.
Yeah, it was like I said, he also had so much weight on his back because all of his supporters just,
love him.
Talk him up more than I can put into words. All right?
Yes,
they
do.
I actually can't.
They do.
But like, I'm shocked that has not put so much pressure on him to succeed. He plays so fluid. And like I said, he's got a great head on his shoulders. A student of the game. Oh, very impressed with the young Ninjakilla. And we got another youngster that impresses me. Rewind. Going up against Chris G. We are going to see absolute raw fighting game fundamentals going up against our current Evo champion.
Yes, this is definitely new blood versus old blood. Chris G is an OG through and through, with roots going really deep and way far back in the FGC.
Oh, yes.
Both Evo champions. Both these guys are Evo champions up here on the stage. Chris G, multiple Evo top 8 appearances, not in the NRS realm, but in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. He can do it. Chris G can absolutely do this if he plays this right.
I've been around long enough, people have been around long enough to never count out Chris G in an NRS game.
Yes, and guys, be sure to use the hashtag #ProCompetition, as you can see on the upper right part of your screen, and be sure to follow NRS Esports on Twitter.
And this pro competition, all MK11 competitive. They cover it all. The guys running it have done a sensational job of supporting all competitive MK. Wow, I'm shocked that even converted. Sometimes, depending on where the jump kick hits, he'll go like the wrong way. That was so awkward. And what a start for Chris G here.
It was a little awkward here. And I see Chris G likes to use that restand position a lot with Scorpion, doing the spear, amplifying it, now in with a 2-1-2 crushing blow, but instead opponent. Wake up! Come in!
With the weak opponent, it really does change the game. Look at some of the other variations that leave. He's just gonna take. Does leave him restanding. Oh,
getting
one teleport.
Yes, a beautiful throw counter here. Rewind with a very risky up 3. Chris G nowhere near at home at all on that, and you gotta kind of wonder those decisions. His rewind shook a little bit.
Look at the way Chris G is approaching this man. He is trying to shimmy, rewind back into the Netherrealm, if I'm being honest with you. Not fall for it yet. Has rewind. Oh, did the finish was late. And just one. Oh my! Gonna take it with 1 second remaining. The way that he the teleport away cancel was so good. I've never seen any other Scorpion approach that way.
Yes, definitely unique to Chris G. Here, the fundamental
the spacing for over like 8.5.
Probably a little bit more. If that.
Almost 2 decades now.
He is position here. No. Yes, he is. How many times? No, we're catching in.
One, I think he's up the round. He says, you know what? Now or never.
That's it. You might not get the opportunity to cash in later. That is to make sure it's an 8-hit combo. So you got to use that bar. Oh, no punish there. Goes to the other side. Why? Hold on. Taking the grab.
Chris, no. I'm not gonna work. He knows amplified back forward too. Knows to immediately. Could just be reacting. Who knows right now? Excellent tech on the throw. Rewind still alive here. Both of these guys are just a hit away from a fatal blow. Look to react, but a down one puts him underneath the stand. One attempt at a rewind. Fatal blow territory for Chris G. Next hit might just do it. Looks at the short hop. Looks at the quick head. Next hit.
Over the current NRS Evo champion is Chris G. And again, you can't test his reaction. And what's very interesting, Chris G, a very, very good Street Fighter 3rd Strike player. And the hop mechanic, the universal hop mechanic in this game reminds me of 3rd Strike very much. Everyone
He
had
was
access to
also
it. And did you see how well he reacted to it?
He was also a King of Fighters 13 champion, also has short hops.
Short little hops, giving him the overhead, checking him there, and seeing, you know, if he's paying close attention. And if you ask that to yourself, you might be going down a really bad and destructive path.
Look at Christy laughing as Rewind goes to the mirror. I've never seen a Scorpion.
I have not seen Rewind Scorpion either. He's a little shook right now. I saw a lot of, you know, uncertainties there in that gameplay from Rewind. A lot of things went unpunished, especially on Whip here. But right now, we have Rewind, the black and yellow, and the black Scorpion.
It's all the same color.
All right, so we have the Scorpion with the yellow. All right, we gotta look at the hoods. Are gonna tell you who is who. Chris G is the one with the yellow hood, or with the yellow in his. A little cancel there. Chris G looking reborn cancel here. Now both players are playing the same variation, so you gotta always meter manage. See when your opponent has defensive meter. See when they have the option to cancel out of those teleports. Great forward throw here by Rewind, but Chris G looking to make something happen here.
Wow, beautiful check on just the empty jump, and I wonder why Rewind didn't put out a kick right there. Definitely would have generated some pressure off that. And Chris G loves block confirming in that teleport away, keeping himself incredibly safe.
Are we going to see a fatal blow? Yes, we are. Now this thing scales, but I think it's going to be
that's a lot of damage. Oh, that's a lot of, what do you mean?
That's a lot of damage. It's going to be close to 50%. No, 48%
Character does
enough.
no damage, by the way.
That's what I heard.
No damage,
That's
by the way.
what I heard.
Round 2.
I ain't hearing it here. Christy is on match point against Rewind in pools. This is for winners top 96. Is this reinsurgence into the apex of Mortal Kombat competition?
This could easily be it at all. I mean, Chris G proving that he can hang with the best right now. This is Mortal Kombat 11. This is a brand new game. And when you talk about spacing, there's no way Chris G is going to lack in that department at all.
And this is a game that rewards it so much, and I love seeing him in this environment. I have wanted to see guys like Chris G, you know, coming from other games where that is more of the meta, and seeing them apply in MK11. Look at it, it's beautiful.
Oh, it is Rewind here. Now it's going to be damage over time, so he just got a little bit and then go right into a teleport here. Waits for it.
Oh my goodness. Holy no! Two Rewind, he had it full times right there. Oh my goodness.
I am stunned. I am absolutely stunned. Nobody saw this coming. Nobody saw this coming. Chris G doing almost the impossible.
Rewind in losers, top 96 just to start things off.